Hello there. You're welcome to Keep It Simple right here on Golf TV. Thank you for joining us this lovely Monday afternoon. How should we go in? Hope you're starting the week on a beautiful note, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. My name is Oluwakemi, and with me in the studio is Toluwa Lokpe and Rukewe. I love to call her Rukewe.
I'm telling you, like, the name just sounds sweet on your mouth.
Okay, no Rukewe. Tell us the meaning of that name again.
Well, God has done something good for me. The truth is that not everybody can pronounce my name.
Okay.
Or even spell it well.
Exactly.
So that's why we're doing
people call
Rookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that, no, let me correct that.
Okay.
I grew up hearing Rookie.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not everybody can pronounce Rookie. So when I say Rookie, some people are like, what is the full name?
Yes,
Rookie is just an abbreviation. And I'm like,
be.
okay, it's Ogene Rukewe. And they're like, I said Rukewe. You know, they just pronounce it. And I said, okay, it's Rookie. But they still insist that they want to know what Rookie is.
Okay.
It's actually nice that you can pronounce my name.
It's nice. I think we should do an episode where we'll just dedicate to discussing about names and their meaning.
Okay, all right.
And
That
all
would
of that.
be
It would be
nice.
nice because I also have issues with Tolu growing up.
Wow.
Because like my peers, you hear Damilola, you hear Bukumi, and I'm just as young as like 5 years, 6 years, you just hear Tolu. To make matter worse, some persons call me Tolu Lokpe. I'm like, who is this Tolu that was sent on errand, that went out and did not return on time? Because that's just the literal interpretation of Tolu Lokpe. Like the Tolu is a person that just went out and didn't return on back. So I had to now ask my parents, like, what exactly is the meaning of my name? I said Tolu Lokpe. From there, I think I was 6 years. I was like, please, my name is Tolu Lokpe, because when you break down the syllables, it makes meaning. Tolu Lokpe, praise be unto God, not Tolu or Tolu Lokpe. When did you say
You see quite a lot of people calling you Tolu.
It's not just funny that I had that kind of ideas in my head as young as I was, like 6 years. I just said Tolu Lokpe is the name. Just leave it there. Nobody just called me Tolu. So when I introduce myself, I just like the full. I like the full name.
I have
like
a friend that would never call you the short form of your name. No matter how long
I just like it
your name is.
It's good.
He is going to call you by the full name. Your name is Ogene Rukewe. There's every tendency he will call you Ogene Rukewe.
I think I prefer it.
You know,
because the meaning of the name is not lost.
And of course, like he's very careful with pronunciation.
Pronunciation. I think I like
very careful with pronunciation. So he makes sure that he pronounces your name correctly. So every time he sees you, he's either doing Oluwakemi Sola or he's doing, if he knows Tolu, he's doing Toluwa Lokpe.
That's how it should be. Because the meaning of the name is not lost by
exactly
so
what
doing. I like it like that. Yeah,
that's
so
what happens. Anyway, how you guys? Hope you had a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I did. You know, I said I was going to rest. I actually did rested. Yeah, and I also had an appointment with the doctors.
All right.
And it's funny to find out that there's some aspects that my HMO isn't covering. Like I said, I was going to like to run some tests.
Okay.
And it's so shocking that as simple as blood group tests and genotype tests he said I would have to pay for that. And I'm like, why? I mean, I have HMO. He said, okay, because it is high that is requesting. It's not like doctor, mandated or prescribed that I do that. So it is what it is. But basically, it's just nice that I had time to go to the hospital just for checkup, because I've not been to hospital in a while, and I'm grateful to God for that. Yeah. This is not to undermine people that have had challenges. It just really reiterates the fact that when you have things going well for you, always remember people that are having challenges. So while at the hospital just waiting for my test result that day, like my heart was really bleeding, because it's not like I visited anybody in the wards, but I saw people coming in and out, and I'm like, oh God, I really pray for people having health challenges at this time, that God would heal them.
Amen.
And they'll be made whole in the name of Jesus. So that was just it for me. Then on Sunday church, but I really had time to rest. Yeah, I had time to rest, and I'm happy.
All right, so
that's nice.
Ricky, how about you?
Well, I said I was going to Abeokuta, which I did.
All right.
Well, I meant that the transport fare was ×2 of what
yes, ma'am.
I usually enter before. Even in fact, before, the reason why I don't usually go there is because I feel like the fare is just too high. But now I couldn't just help it, because I already told my friend that I was coming.
All right.
So when I got there, I boarded the bike and we're going. And at first I was trying to negotiate price with him. So he was like, "Oh, auntie, it's not as if this thing is bad, but he was really complaining about the hike in petroleum and fuel prices and all that, and how hard it is that they also have to pay daily
charges
to those
guys
on the road, Agberos. Exactly.
He
said they pay 500 naira every day. That even before he starts work, you just have to give them 500 naira
for tickets. They'll tell you for tickets.
Yeah, exactly. He said it's for ticket. It's every day.
And you don't even know what business that day would be like. You don't know if you're going to.
They don't care. Like you've not started. He said he has not started anything, but you just have to pay that 500 naira before you can start working. So we are going, and when I got to my destination, I was trying to bring my money out of my purse, and I just saw that it was almost clearing somebody off the road, and he zoomed off. I was like, bike man, wait, collect your money. And so some other bike men that were along the road, they were like, go, auntie, go. No, don't worry, don't pay the money. I was like, why now? With the way the man has been complaining, I wanted to even add money to what I negotiated with him at first. So they were like, it was not supposed to take a passenger to that place because that's not where he works. That's not where his ticket covers. You understand?
Wow.
So he just zoomed off like that, and I felt so bad. Like I felt like I could go forward and give him the money, but he already left. So I had to just sow the money into that. As little as it
Thank
was,
God that he wasn't involved in an accident with that little thing that happened.
Because
if he had crushed the guy that wanted to accost him,
imagine it was very
funny.
terrible. You understand? So when I was coming back, I tried to look for him at the bus stop where he picked me, but I couldn't just say him again.
I don't understand how you pay 500 naira for a ticket and they're still restricting you. Like you can't go to certain areas. You're not complaining, though. You can go
and this
there.
is not even Lagos.
And there's no bike
your
restriction. Maybe they're not restricting them in that area. So why would you say they can't go to certain areas? I don't know. But you see all this ticket money, I was wondering, who is it getting to? Like, who is getting? Who's getting that money?
According to what the man said, I don't know how true it is. He said they give the government like 50 million. He said at the end of the week, the government takes like 15 million from all these ticket money they collect from. I said 15M from all of you. He said that the money is that much. Like
wow.
Of course,
he said the money is that much. There is millions that they count for the government. I don't know how true it is, though, but that was what
it's crazy in Lagos.
So it's crazy
their
own way of paying taxes, right?
That's
them paying their tax.
Oh, so that money is taxed like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If they are paying,
so those Agberos are the what? They are the tax collectors.
Yes,
kinda. Do you see how those Agberos harass those people for money?
I mean, they don't know any better. But what it is that they're actually collecting money. All of this ticketing and all. It's going to the government purse, and actually that could be true because
it might be a percentage of it going to the government.
Maybe
not
all, but at least they
because those Agberos, you not pay them because now they are tax collectors.
So
you pay them.
Another thing I find funny is when passengers are prevented from boarding a bus because they
didn't pay for. Of course, now
that's so annoying.
That Lagos and their team be that. Like you can't pick up passengers from a place you've not paid for.
They will be preventing you as a passenger.
Like they own you. Like they own you. I'm like, God, it's so annoying.
The interesting is, at every bus stop, they are collecting one certain amount of money. Is it 100 naira or 500 or 50 naira? And you're like, and that's why at the end of the day, transport is expensive. Because apart from the hike in fuel, the all Agbero money they will collect, that one too is there. So they will want to make their own profit as well.
So they will take it from other passengers.
Thank you very much. So at the end of the day, it's the masses. That are suffering from that thing. So this they are using it to collect tax. I don't understand.
They are paying to the government.
It could be
the government can use it to do good and moderate.
And we can see how
motorable our roads have been.
Like so motorable.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderfully
Nigeria.
motorable. It's interesting how some of the traffic congestion we are encountering in Lagos is as a result of bad roads. If some of these roads are fixed, the traffic will probably reduce.
Exactly.
But no, they're fixing the road. Our government.
Nigeria build.
Oh my God.
And I've been to the market recently. God, things have tripled.
Goodness. I can fuel prices have affected everything.
I wanted to buy granola the other day. I was like, Madam, are you sure that's the amount? She said yes. It was incredibly
expensive.
And to think that, the hiking prices of things are on one side. When you're even buying things, you have that double mind that, is this thing even okay? Like, like you mentioned oil, I've seen a lot of adulterated oils. Like anytime I go to the market, I'm
That's why
always
you should
skeptical.
buy branded
So sometimes,
oil.
so exactly, sometimes you'll be like, okay, prices of things have gone up, but how am I even sure that this thing is the original? Like this is safe for consumption.
That's why you need
So
to
there
go
are many
for
things to
branded
even
products.
consider. God will help us in this country. Really, there are many things to put into consideration.
Quickly, let's talk about your elections before we go on
Yes,
break.
so election has come and gone.
Congratulations to the incumbent governor. You don't have to vacate, just stay
Just
there.
continue the good works. Like they said, though, I mean, I want to believe Edo people voted him again
because he left
they
the
said
party that he was for his first tenure.
I don't know why
went
we
to
are
another
limiting our
party,
choices.
and
I
was
mean,
still
but this is just us recycling leaders.
Don't let's act like we don't know that we only have 2 parties in this country.
Oh my goodness.
And other parties are still.
We actually have, the last time I checked, the last election we had over 90 political parties, right?
Okay.
But we might not have that
Two
in state
dominant
levels anyway.
ones.
We might not have that in the state level, but yeah, it's just funny
Of course,
how
state level is not only 2 parties that are contesting. Now, when I say
There are
that we only
others,
have 2 parties
two
in
dominant.
this country, I mean that we are only exchanging candidates from that party.
It's funny,
so if it
right?
is not APC this time around, it's PDP.
PDP.
You know, you forget that other parties are even there. It's like those ones are just coming out to have fun. I don't even understand what's going on in this country. Nigerians, we need to do better.
But anyway,
this
the
election was
election
interesting for me
Okay.
because I was amused when I saw that the man was actually in a different party for his first tenure.
moved to the
And
other.
he moved to the other.
And now there was this meme that came out that meets so person, the man that has been defeated in 2 consecutive elections. When I saw that meme, I was like, goodness,
Seriously.
Nigerians can just
And the other one who lost the first time went to the other party
to win again.
to win, but he lost. Do you understand what I'm saying
Like
now?
the person that went to a party to contest and won the first
and
time
won.
moved to another party, contested for the same position,
Yes.
and he still win. While another person lost for both ends. I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying.
Very
Why the other
ironical.
person
Should
who
we
lost
say
the
it's not
first
by the
time?
parties?
Okay,
When I
maybe
say
they voted
Nigerians-
for the
They actually
individual.
coming out to
Body.
vote. Can we say that now?
Yeah,
I
they
think
actually
we can.
did.
I think we
They actually
can
did.
because the other person who went to the other party might have think, oh, if I'm in this party, it's the
Yeah,
winning
it's the
party,
party,
it's the
exactly.
ruling party, so I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to win. Do you understand? But now they're not disappointed the person and say, oh, it's not by party.
it's not by party,
I'm going to
oh.
vote for
I
this
like
person.
that.
It's not by party.
But me, I would have accepted it if the person had not gone to
Another-
another ruling party.
Thank you.
If you had gone to a
neutral
party,
party.
thank you.
Entirely
And they have
neutral.
voted. I would know
He might
that
not have
Nigerians were ready for 2023.
But
But right
anyways-
now, me, I don't think we are ready. sha.
Anyways, what I found out from some of my friends in those states is that the election is peaceful and it
Okay.
is free and fair.
That's
I think
good.
that's the news on the street, and we just want to congratulate the governor-elect. And I hope that
Congratulations, sir.
we could also replicate this in Ondo State because they are next in line for an election.
All right.
I really hope that we would have a peaceful election process. Yeah.
Amen.
I think it's in few weeks time.
Amen. Definitely
in Ondo
be
State.
real.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go on a short break now. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is Still Keep It Simple right here on Golf TV. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right away and click on the bell icon so that you can get notifications whenever we go live or whenever we upload new videos. And don't forget to like and share this video. Please do. All right, so our discuss for today is communication etiquette in relationships. Of course, we're speaking about relationships, all encompassing, okay? So relationship with your partner, with co-workers, you know, with people around you, your neighbors and all of that. Communication, how important it is. Of course, we know communication is very important. I don't know. Every relationship, one way or the other, you just have to communicate. That's the only way the relationship can survive. So we want to talk about the do's and don'ts of communication. So let's begin. All right, so let's begin from Tolu. Do you want to lay a foundation for communication before we talk about the do's and don'ts?
Why Tolu?
Lay the foundation so that we'll build on it.
Okay, so yeah, you rightly pointed out that communication is very important for any form of relationship that we can have. I mean, it's like the fuel for whatever human interaction that can possibly happen. And the whole essence of communication is for you to get a feedback. And there can't be any feedback when your recipient is not able to understand your message. So for me, like in layman's understanding, communication is just you being able to convey your thoughts in the manner most appropriate, so that your recipient can understand what you're saying and can, give feedback in return. And with that feedback, you could, you can now act on the feedback to do what you have to do or move to the next stage, or, you could just act on the feedback, because, I mean, that's the whole essence of you conveying your thoughts in the first place. Yeah, so understanding, the contextual understanding of what has been said is what really matters in any form of human interaction. And talking about do's and don'ts, I think I'll leave that.
I think, yes, first of all,
let me just leave.
Thank you, still leave that one first. And we need to remember that communication isn't limited to just verbal, so there's non-verbal as well. So through gestures and all of that, facial expressions and all, you can communicate as well. So going to Ruki now that we've established what exactly communication is, and we've established the fact that it can be verbal and non-verbal, what should individuals know? What are the do's of communicating with other people, especially in this world that is a lot more sensitive? What you say can be interpreted into like a million more things, So what should every individual put into consideration when communicating?
Okay, so in the world where we live in, we know that there are lots of people talking,
of course,
and few people are listening actually.
Sure.
So one thing I would say is that you've mentioned it, which is not being ambiguous when you're communicating. Try to be as clear and precise as possible.
Yeah.
And then again, avoid noise. Don't say everything at once. I mean, say little by little so that people can understand what you're saying. Okay, we're just talking about, what's this man's name? Patrick
Obaya.
Oh my goodness. That man, he really communicates.
Did you just mention
if you don't know who he is, please
just bring him into this conversation.
Yes, I had to bring him because...
Let's just leave him out, because that is another course to study on his own. Like,
who is
that man. I mean, we will not live here if we have to delve into.
But imagine the way he communicates. Sometimes you don't even understand what he's saying. If he's speaking a door or something else. But people say that it's English. It's in the dictionary, but
even Wale
doesn't even understand. Would you say he doesn't understand?
I don't know. I did not say he don't understand. One thing. Wale doesn't even speak that level. No, the whole essence of communication is so
when people
that
can
people
understand you. Yeah.
So you're not making any sense when you're using big vocabularies that layman cannot understand.
Some people pride themselves in that. Do you know that?
Of course.
And some people as well, we want to speak like American or like British. And we form these accents that doesn't even fit us. If you know it doesn't fit you don't know how to do it very well. See, just stop.
The way you can.
Seriously, this topic is supposed to be something very serious, but I think...
Thank you very much. I only told you to talk about Jews and don'ts. I don't say to come and throw shades. Please, we are very sorry. In one way or the other, you're affected by that shade. We didn't mean that at all.
We're sorry.
Thank you very much. So now, what are the do's apart from clarity and not using ambiguous words? That's like a don't, So what are the other do's that people need to put into consideration every time? Because just like you mentioned earlier, a lot of people are talking and nobody is listening. If I read a book where someone said that Nigerians are proud shouters, like Nigeria is a country of proud shouters, like we love to shout a lot. So when we're talking, you hear parents, the only way some parents can communicate with their kids is to shout. They feel like if they are angry about something, they can't talk to them.
They will pass the message.
They just have to shout. They feel like that's the best way to communicate at that point in time. So putting temperaments now into consideration, of course we all have different temperaments and all of that. So how exactly should communication bridge all temperaments? So irrespective of who you are, whether you are choleric or melancholy or sanguine or whatever you are, communicating in a particular way will work for all the temperaments. That's what we want to establish.
The problem is that we don't have a template. We don't really have one way
to communicate,
method or medium through which we can communicate. I mean, like you said, we have different temperaments. So the way you speak, the way you include your non-verbal cues and all of that will be quite different from how Ruki would and how I would. So I just want us to really speak from the perspective of what is ideal and what is, attainable, what we can actually practicalize. So when you're speaking, maybe personally, I don't even want us to, personally, I don't want to talk about what my temperament is. But a lot of time when I'm talking, I tend to, like, my tempo increases the more I'm trying to drive home the point.
Okay, doesn't mean you're angry.
And that doesn't mean I'm angry.
Do you know people get it wrong?
Person would, exactly. Of course. Another person would misinterpret that to mean that
you're angry.
I'm an angry person, or I'm upset or something. So yeah. So let's just bring it home. Practically now, how would Tolu communicate to Kemi, and Kemi would get the message and she wouldn't feel offended in any way, and she would be able to send me a feedback? I think one of the things that we can put in consideration is understanding the fact that, firstly, you're talking to an human, like you're talking to human being. You don't look down on them. Even if you think you're right, like you have something important to say, speak to that person in a manner most appropriate. Okay. It could be in your tone, it could be in the choice of words. Yeah, some people cannot even communicate without swear words.
Yeah, definitely.
That's another issue.
When you watch some of the movies, you
communicate without swear words.
Yeah, especially Hollywood movies.
It's not like a thing. Sometimes it's not even a function of your temperament. It's just the way. It's just the things they are exposed to. Is the upbringing they've had. Is their ideologies and every other factor. So, first, consider an individual as a person like yourself that should be respected. We're having this conversation backstage, and Ruki mentioned that respect of a thing. I think it should come first, because for every form of interaction, when you treat the other person as human, you would really want to talk to them the way you would love to be addressed as well. So that would eradicate the gray areas. I mean, if you approach me well, I would want to pay attention to you and give you the needed feedback. So that is very important. Now, because of the fact that we are humans and we are fallible, we can make mistakes. We can make mistakes. So when you do stuff like that you are not ordinarily proud of, you should be able to use some words like "I am sorry," or "I've gone overboard."
There's no way you say "I'm sorry," Seth.
I'm telling you,
not even say I'm sorry. I mean, do you understand? People can be very rude, even when they say excuse me, please. But the way they will say it, you know that madam, don't worry.
Don't even bother apologizing.
Don't even bother. I
get the message.
You understand?
I get the message. Like that. Yeah, so it is what it is. I think we should just personally know how you talk, like your tendencies, maybe depending on your mood or the scenario, the occasion, and all. And when you feel that, if I'm the one that is being talked to in this way, I would not like it. And that's what I just used to check myself, like, Tolu, you're getting overboard.
But there's this saying, especially in our setting here, should I use Nigeria, that just say it as it is, as they do you. As they ought.
But it
just talk them like that.
It doesn't work like that every time.
If people do like that,
I mean, it will be an unruly state.
Exactly.
Everybody will just go, and it will be like a
that's why on
state.
social media we have people talking, different people saying lots of things. You read some comments on social media, be like, what is this? Like,
just because you
there's
have
no respect, there's nothing, because you have a phone, you're connected to the internet, you just feel like you can talk to anybody, and you don't know who is who, but you're just there because it's your space. I mean, it's my timeline, it's my profile. I can see it's my data. I can say what I want to. I think that culture of saying it just the way it is. It has
deep into our society.
It's badly removing some kind of respect, value, integrity, especially in the young ones, because you cannot see a 13 or 12-year-old boy talking to a matured man just because they are both on Facebook.
Okay, all right, we have to go for a break, definitely. We have to go for a break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is still Keep It Simple on GOF TV, where we're definitely keeping it simple. All right, so our discussion today is communication etiquette and relationships. We've talked about several things, but you're not too late. We're still talking about other things. All right, so who am I asking the next question? Rookie. Okay, so we established the fact that listening is really important. And I think a lot of people listen because they want to respond, not because they really want to listen.
Yeah.
You know? So I think the moment we begin to listen because you want to listen
so
and
eager
understand,
to
not
respond.
eager for response, I think it will help us a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just want to listen so that they'll know the perfect bass boost. And that, thank you for mentioning social media the other time, you know, that's like everywhere now. So you say one, I'm going to tell you that even myself, I know what's going on. So I just give you your next one, and just before you know it, the ground does scatter and the table is already broken. And all of that. So a lot of that is happening. So what are other do's that we should, yeah, you mentioned right delivery as well, which is very important. Like your tone and all of that, very, very important. So you need to make sure that you're saying the right words at the right time. And when you're saying the right words, you need to make sure you're using the right tone.
Yeah.
See, communication is broad, as in you have to make sure that you're doing it right. So what other do's are we looking into before we go?
So I think that there are times that you cannot help but have your looks betray your thoughts.
Or your there are some people that what they are thinking in their heart, you see it on their face.
And you can't
and
help
I'm like
it.
that. I'm not even going to lie.
You can't help
I'm
it.
like that. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking, if something happens, just look at my face. I've communicated what I want. I might not even say anything. But the way I look at you last, so you know that something that happened. Exactly. So what are you saying now? Is it that we should be careful of our non-verbal expression,
very, very
communication
important.
as
Just
well?
take that out of my mouth. I mean, you want to pass a message across, whether it's because you are angry or you're happy or you're sad or whatever. Just make sure that you send the appropriate message across. So you need to learn to deploy your facial expression, the non-verbal cues, as much as verbal words or cues put together to deliver your message, so that you can get your feedback. I mean, yeah, like I said the other time, you know, we are humans. Things can, you know, happen. Like, it can go the way we didn't plan.
Of course.
But there will always be a way how. There is a way you can remedy the situation. So you probably send a message, you didn't get the needed feedback. You can go back to reconstruct the message. If you need to take your time this time, if you need to put the other person's perspective in view, while sending, because a lot of time you only focus on yourself. Oh, this is what I want you to do. You can't imagine what the other person is going through. Sometimes they might not even be in the right frame of mind. They might not really be in the right mood. So,
but how are you now supposed to determine if the other person is in the right mood?
Exactly. So this thing is like, I mean, it's really, I mean, it's it's crazy. You can't determine these things every time. But when you pass a message across, make sure you're trying to send the right message. When you get your feedback and it seems like the other person didn't get you, maybe because of what issues they are dealing with or so many other factors, send it again through the right channel till you get the required feedback.
So the feedback will help you know if you communicated appropriately or not.
So you can
if
act
you're
on that
understood.
feedback. Exactly.
Even if you communicate properly, there's a tendency that the person will not understand what
so you might have to go to that
but you see people who say that I'm not responsible for how you understand me. But I'm responsible for what I say, but not how you understand. Because understanding is different. Okay, so there's a way you preach in church. Someone understands it differently. Another person understands it differently. So that's why people say, I'm not responsible for how you understand me, but me, I'm responsible for what I'm saying. But I think from
that's
how
why
we communicate,
speaking is a skill too.
And listening is even a better skill.
Exactly.
Listening is a better skill because I don't know. The way the person understands, when they communicate it to you, when you listen appropriately, you know exactly what is wrong.
I think one thing that we have to observe as well for receivers, that's listeners, if I'm trying to communicate to you and you are not in the mood to communicate with me, I think if there's a way you can make me understand that, let's do this some other time. But most of us, we don't know how to do it. You understand? We just want the person to just sit down. Let's talk back. You understand? But if you know you are not in the right frame of mind to say anything, just find a way to just call that relationship or that time, communication at that moment and visit it when you are calm. Because I tell you, lots of things that people have said when they are angry or when they are not calm has led to different wars that were happening
that's
happening in the world today. So learn to cut a communication short if you are not in the mood, if you're not in the right frame of mind. And even if you feel like you can't talk to the person, especially if the person is your boss, fine, you just have to develop a mechanism for absorbing things and not responding, because there are times that you might not be able to communicate to the person that, oh, I can't do this right now, let's talk some other time. But just have that mechanism that, okay, even if this person is talking to me in a way I don't like, let me just hold on to myself. Control yourself. Control yourself a lot, because it's really, 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 really important. Yeah.
You're right, okay.
Okay, all right. There's so much to say, but we have to go.
Time is short.
It really has to go. But I hope you learned a lot from today's discussion. Don't forget that you can join the conversation as well. All you have to do is leave a comment right there in the comment section. We'd definitely love to hear from you. And don't forget that you can further connect with us on our social media platforms at Official Golf TV, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Official Golf TV. So we'll see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Oluwakemi. Alongside Tolu, Rookie, this is also telling you to have a fabulous and wonderful week. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow. God bless you. Bye.